Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling, 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 hustling. Every day I'm hustling, 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 every day I'm...
Canelo, are you ready? ¿Está preparado? I was born ready.
Considered by many to be, pound for pound, the best fighter in the world today. 4-division, 5-time world champion.
Oh, look at this guy.
He is now boxing's first ever undisputed super middleweight champion of the world.
Damas y caballeros de Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico.
¡Viva México, cabrones! You know my level, and you will see, because I'm gonna fuck out everybody.
You know, I mean, I would love to fight Canelo. I would love to show the world that I'm the best.
I want to get Canelo out here to Houston.
Oh, Canelo, where your cojones at? Let's get it.
Payday, payday, you want payday. I know that. Man, you fight with nobody.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
Listos, pelos, chingazos.
He smacked the shit out of Canelo in
Get
person.
the fuck out of here, man. Please. I'm gonna knock out this guy. Mira, en este momento puedo hacer lo que yo quiera, ¿no?
Saul Canelo Alvarez.
SDS Promotions.
That's funny? You think that's funny?
A little bit. What up, what up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Boxing Voice Radio. Today we're going to be discussing Canelo Alvarez and all the rumors that are surrounding Canelo, man. It's been a lot of talk, and he is the talk of boxing, whether he is going to retire, whether he's leaving PBC, whether Crawford is next, is Munguia next, Ring Magazine reporting that Charlo is next, right? You got so many different narratives and different rumors swirling that we are going to just discuss them all. And if you want to call in, then you know how to do it. Obviously, you can use our Twitter Spaces and our Discord. This is what we'll be discussing today. Canelo rumors. He's got something big planned tomorrow. Should be making a big announcement. And that's where the speculation really is stemming from. People are wondering whether or not A, is he calling for a retirement? B, is this some sort of new sponsorship? Is it a Mexican television rights deal being extended? Some journalists saying that it's the announcement of Charlo, according to Ring Magazine. Others saying that it will be the announcement of Jaime Munguia. A lot of rumors speculating. Bernie the boxer, he put it out there that Saudi made a call to Crawford. So could it be Crawford? Certainly a lot of speculation surrounding Canelo Alvarez. Tomorrow we will know, but today different sources reporting that Charlo is next. Other sources reporting that Munguia is next. So this is what we're going to be discussing. What's next for Canelo? Is it retirement? I can certainly see that. I can certainly see him hanging it up at this point. He's done enough. He's been in with the best. And there's not much left to achieve if you're Canelo Alvarez. Let's be real. You know, a Crawford fight brings in a lot of money. And maybe even a Benavidez fight brings in a lot of money. But none of those fights are going to add to the legacy that is Canelo Alvarez. So I can see him calling for retirement, feeling that he's achieved all that he's needed to achieve and done all that he's going to do, and pulling the curtain back. I can see that. Just like I can see there's heavy rumors that PBC can't guarantee him the money that he wants. I can see him walking away from the PBC. Not likely. I don't believe that Al can't come up with the guarantee, especially when whoever he's going to talk to knows that the guarantee is for Canelo. That is certified business. So I just don't truly believe the rumor that Canelo's leaving PBC, but just adding to the many rumors that he's either leaving PBC, he's either retiring, Crawford is next. Who's a free agent? So the fight in Saudi, if there is no guarantee and those rumors are true, maybe that's how that fight in Saudi manifests itself, because they couldn't guarantee Canelo the money and the Saudis could. A lot of speculation, obviously. A lot of rumors circulating his potential next move. A lot of Mexican journalists believe that the announcement tomorrow will be more about his Mexican television rights deal more than anything else. Jake Donovan of right here in America, who I tried to contact to see could we get him on, but no response. Well, actually, he's not available. I just noticed it. But he's reporting. Let me pull that up. That while there is a lot of speculation on what's to come, his words are as followed, and I'll screen share in just a bit. And this is Jake Donovan of Boxing Scene, one of their lead writers there, longtime journalist in this sport. And he is saying a lot of speculation over Canelo's forthcoming announcements tomorrow on TV Azteca. Fair warning to all the conspiracy theorists, those who either hate anything with the PBC brand on it or who blindly support everything PBC related, will be extremely underwhelmed tomorrow. So, again, we could be thinking this big announcement is a big announcement, and in fact, it's just some shit for him and his Mexican peoples. Like I said earlier, maybe another gas station, maybe another cell phone tower, maybe something around those lines, but not necessarily pertaining to Canelo Alvarez's boxing career. But this is what we're here to talk about. And, yeah. See, we have plenty of people. Look at this is Ring IQ Julius, who says his announcements pertains to extending Mexican TV rights for Azteca moving forward. So people believe it's more about an extension for the TV rights. Others believe it could be a call for announcement after so many rounds box. Some believe it's a big Mexican announcement for the Jaime Munguia fight. Again, speculation, definitely running wild. But this is what we're talking about. If you want to call in, Twitter Spaces and Discord available for anybody that wants to give us their opinion on the topic. Obviously, tomorrow, the facts should be out and we'll know more. But today, there's nothing wrong with a little speculation on what's to come. So once again, Discord is available and Twitter. I'm going to put those links in the live chat right now in about a few seconds. Give me a second. But if you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and hit that thumbs up. Help us with the visibility. Help us get to our next goal. I'm trying to get to 190,000. Right now, we're at 189,103. And if you haven't already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and click that notification bell. And while you're doing that, go ahead and check out my exclusive interview with Keith One Time Thurman, where he definitely gave us an update on everything that is One Time and what to expect for his fight. We got our first super chat of the day, Nando with the $5. He says, if anything, It would be his last year before retirement, though, right? Could he get 3 fights in? May, Munguia, September, Benavidez, and December, Crawford? I mean, in a perfect world. In a perfect world. But if you're going to retire, I get that angle. Like, oh, I'm going to retire. Let me get the bag on the way out. But if he's already thinking of retirement, you know, maybe he's gone already. I don't think that he needs any bag, right? Dude's got hella bread as we know it. So, yeah. We got Adrian on a check-in. Talk to me.
Hey, what's up, Naz? You good, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Man, I want to tell you like this. Thank you so much for letting me in the show. I appreciate you. I'm smoking some green. I feel good. You know, you already know what's up, man. You know what's up with that. But we talking about Canelo Alvarez. Saul Canelo Alvarez, the undisputed at 168 division. The pound for pound, one of the greats. The legend of this field. And of course, Forbes lists top boxer. Making that bread. Now, I know everybody's now they're trying to say it's an Azteca deal or that maybe his own drink line or gasoline station he's going to open up. But Ness, they're saying it's something big. I think he's going to retire, Ness. I really do think that. What do you got to say with that?
Nah, I'm right there with you. As you can see, retirement is one of the question marks on our title. Is he leaving PBC because of the rumors? Is he retiring? Is Crawford next? So many rumors, so many options.
Now, let me ask you something, Ness. If he does retire, do you consider that a duck move to not fight Benavidez? What you got to say with that?
Absolutely not.
Okay, good.
I mean,
So
how, bro? The dude's fought and beats.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, he's fought and beat and done so much. Like, how can you duck someone that's done less than you?
For sure, man. And see, this is the problem. People on Twitter are saying if he retires, he ducks Benavidez. No, he doesn't. He leaves as a legend. He did what he did.
So
Undisputed.
I guess Floyd ducked every welterweight that fights now, right? He ducked Crawford, Earl, Porter, Keith, Danny. How many more welterweights he ducked then?
But Ness, this is the problem that we have. I'm seeing your viewpoint because I respect that. Because we know that Canelo has done a lot for the sport. It's always something. When they hate on you, it's because you didn't fight this fighter. He's only human. He can only fight so many fighters. And that's facts. Facts. Naz, thank you again. I appreciate you, and I appreciate the show. D-Block, D-Town, D-City, D-Ville. Baltimore, stand up.
Nah, I hear you, man. We'll see what happens. That's what I'm saying, man. These rumors are running wild, and we'll see which one it actually is. I don't expect anything crazy. I'm with the rest of the people that believe this will be a TV rights announcement for Mexico, something with TV Azteca, something around those lines, something like a new gasoline station, a new cell phone company, something for Mexico, nothing to do with his career, retirement, or next opponent. Cliff, Connecticut, what up?
Yo, you can hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, what's up? So we gonna speculate. I missed the monologue, but we speculating on like what we think Canelo's big news is. Is that pretty much what we're doing?
Basically, the big news, the rumors of him leaving PBC, the rumors of no guarantee, the rumors of Charlo, Crawford, Munguia. You know, just a lot circulating right now.
I mean, damn, yo, if he ain't retiring, he like to me is kind of being a prima donna because you can't like, all right, you either calling for retirement or you gonna tell us that you want Benavidez, I don't know, next or then fight after, because anything else to, stop the boxing world in its tracks, being that you the face of boxing, for anything less than that is like, come on now, like stop being a prima donna. So if his if it's anything else, I don't respect it. But if he walk, like the last caller was saying, like if he walk off, I don't feel like he's ducking Benavidez. That's almost him bowing out. Like I don't want to. I want to leave with all my faculties. Kind of like Benavidez might do something to me. I'm healthy. I had a tremendous career, so you can retire without fighting Benavidez, in my opinion. But if you fight like 2 or 3 more fights, like nah, now you ducked him. But if you just leave with fights still on your contract and stuff like that, you good. In my book, you all right. But like, come on, Canelo, like you gotta have some. It gotta be a retirement. It has to, because why else would you? Why else would you call this? You know, why else would you make this like what you made it into? You could have just, if it's anything less than that, you could have just took any point where you had an opportunity to be in front of a microphone and say what it is. So I'm thinking it's probably retirement, because that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because I really don't think he's going to fight Benavidez or announce that. So if I had to guess, I would bet on a retirement. You know what I mean? A lot of athletes like to do that. You tell you they're gonna have their last game or their last year, their last fight, and we get to enjoy them for their last time, and we get to celebrate them, you know, leaving the ring and all of that shit, leaving the sport, especially when you're a Hall of Fame legend. So hopefully it's a retirement. He ain't being a prima donna. That's pretty much it, though. That's how I feel about it.
All right, all right, all right. Appreciate
Damn, they
you.
lost me?
Nah, I hear you. I heard you, champ. I heard you. No problem. If you're trying to call in, go ahead and request us on Twitter Spaces and Discord. That link is in the live chat. We got sports, book boxing, sports, book boxing. What up?
Yo, yo, yo.
Yo, yo.
With it, Ness.
Chilling. Another day, another podcast. Night shift.
Know that, bro. Know that shit, right? But nah, man. First off, y'all get the lights up. I appreciate you. But you know what? I'ma get a little. I'ma go a little different since everybody done going just straight retirement. This is not what I think, but just what I want. Fuck it. He gets Munguia. He lets you know it's a 2-fight deal, and then he out. But he goes for Munguia, stops him, and then after that he go against Bud Crawford, and he ride into the sunset. That's what I'm going with. Fuck it. Why not? Somebody told me, one of the guys who I hollered at earlier, they told me that on the television network they promote Munguia heavy to a certain degree. I don't know about that, but that's what I heard. So, I mean, shoot, go ahead and get Munguia, you know, just to get your mind right. And then after that, he fight Bud on a 2-fight deal and ride into the sunset. If he don't, then shit, real talk, I ain't mad at him. He did enough, you know. I want to see him fight Benavidez, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So that's my call, Ness. I appreciate it. Shout out to the TVV voice of the people. I holla at you, bro.
Appreciate you, appreciate you. The link to call in via Twitter or Discord is pinned to the live chat. All you got to do is come to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice and click the link if you want to call in. You can all obviously communicate via the chat as well. We're going out to Big Gucci Nick.
Yo, how's audio?
Straight.
Yeah, man. I don't think Canelo's gonna retire, man. Hopefully these rumors aren't true, man. Cause look, I was gonna say that was probably his biggest rival, like not fighting him or retiring, David Benavidez. But he had that trilogy with Gennady, so that's his rival. But come on, man. Benavidez versus Canelo, the fact that we would never get to see that fight, how are you okay with that, Ness? That's crazy,
What you
man.
mean? I mean, you didn't feel this way when Floyd never fought Thurman or Porter or Kelbrook or anybody. Like, this is what the legends do. They retire. You know, some pass the torch, some don't.
I don't know, man. I feel like that's the biggest fight to make in boxing right now.
I mean,
Period.
Crawford would argue that his fight with Canelo is the biggest fight.
It's a pretty big fight too, man. But look,
And all we're
it
saying
would
is that the common denominator is Canelo. Is the biggest fight in
true.
boxing doesn't exist? You know, can a big fight in boxing happen without Canelo?
Well, and see, the thing is, I don't know why he would want to retire. I was impressed with his last performance. He still showed he had some skills, and that dude was tough as fuck.
Well,
So I
again,
mean, look,
this is all rumors. It's a rumor that he's leaving the PBC. There's another rumor that it could be retirement. There's another rumor that it could be announcement on Crawford, an announcement on Munguia, an announcement on Charlo. Like, these are all rumors. We don't know if he's really retiring, but he's done all he needs to do. He has all the accolades. He has all the titles. He like, what belt is he missing? You feel me? Like, he's got all the money. I keep asking motherfuckers, have y'all seen his boat? Like,
nah, I gotta check that shit out. So when is the announcement?
tomorrow.
All right, bet, man. I'm gonna definitely stay tuned to TBV for that news, man. But yo, shout out to you, Ness.
All right,
I
champ.
gotta head out, so.
Appreciate you. What's up? We got boxing scene writer Jake Donovan on the show with us. Jake, man, how are you? Thank you for joining us. Obviously, I wanted to have you on because of your most recent tweet, basically letting us conspiracy theorists know. And yes, I'm putting myself in that box. I love to imagine and believe things are bigger than they are. So the conspiracy theorists have Canelo retiring, signing a fight for Crawford, Munguia, Charlo. You're saying don't get our hopes up. It's not going to be that big a deal. It's most people in the business that are like journalists, especially from Mexico, they're reporting television rights deal with Azteca TV. What are you pointing your finger to?
Exactly that. I was sworn to secrecy, but since it's already out there, I was told the announcement is not going to be anything sexy. Not that, he's not going to be done with the sport. He's not going to denounce PBC or any nonsense like that. So there's going to be a lot of upset people tomorrow. They're going to be sitting around at noon, canceling lunch, waiting for this, big reveal, and then just to find out they're wrong as usual.
Okay, so he's sticking around. He will continue to box, and this is just an extension on his television rights with Azteca TV. Now, in terms of opponent, we have had Salvador Rodriguez reporting Charlo in the past. Now we're hearing Munguia, different sources saying Munguia. What are you, I guess, what's your best guess?
If you asked me this a week ago, I would have believed every rumor that said the Charlo deal was done and that Munguia is a pipe dream. Canelo's not going to work with Golden Boy ever again. Now that's like completely flipped. My understanding is that there's no opponent that's set, that not even Charlo has signed an agreement yet. So maybe they're just blowing smoke. But as far as I know, Charlo has not signed anything. Canelo hasn't committed to a Charlo fight. And that the talks with Munguia are very real. I tried to, I reported as much as I could yesterday on Boxing Scene, but I don't know. That's why the first thing I asked when I saw he's got a big announcement on Tuesday, I'm like, there's no way that talks are done with Munguia yet. And they're showing me, they said, as productive as they are and as promising as they are, they're nowhere nearly close to where anything like that would be announced on Tuesday. Now, I don't know if it's going to get sped up and something could get announced by the end of the week, but I'm not saying definitively whether it's going to be Munguia or Charlo next, but I don't think any decision is going to come any early. I wouldn't even say any earlier than next week. Usually Canelo tends to announce his opponents more towards the end of February. So I think everything has taken place to where he knows who he wants to fight next. I just don't expect an announcement to come any sooner than even next Friday. That'd be my prediction. If I had I don't gamble anymore. If I had to place a bet, it seems like Munguia is kind of creeping up towards the front runner right now.
Now, why is Crawford not an option? It seems to be what I guess the internet wants. I don't know how big that fight is in real life, but Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, like those places seem to be excited for a potential Crawford Canelo. How's it come across for your feed? You follow and interact with totally different people. Is Crawford Canelo bigger? He seems to think, him being Crawford, that it's the biggest fight in boxing, he said on Twitter.
I could see Amazon doing a lot, like assuming that obviously, the conspiracy theorists say that Canelo's bolted from PBC. He's not going to be on Amazon. I'm going under the notion that his next fight or next two fights would be under, Amazon on Prime, Amazon Prime. I could see Amazon doing big things with the Canelo-Terence Crawford fight. And when I mentioned those options before, I just don't have any pathway to know what's going on with Terence Crawford. I don't want to speculate whether he's in the mix. I'm not saying he's not in the mix. I'm not saying it's not an option. I think Canelo realizes the reason why Munguia is in the conversation now, he knows his next fight has to be as big as possible. Jamal Charlo, I'm sure, has his fan base. I just don't know, if you're trying to draw in casual boxing fans, he just fought Jamal Charlo. Now you have to explain to those fans who maybe didn't quite know about Jamal Charlo, what's the difference between Jamal and Jamal? It's like going all the way back to Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko. As boxing fans, we can tell the difference, but the casual fan can't quite differentiate. And the Canelo-Charlo fight was not a particularly great fight. You don't really want to remind people of it. So why would you go straight into fighting, the twin brother next? So that's always why I felt like that fight I don't know if it shouldn't be next, but, if that is the option, then so be it. I've been beating the drum. I'm still of the belief that he should be fighting David Benavidez next. I get people saying his legacy is already established. He could retire tomorrow, first ballot Hall of Famer, no question. My stance is, as the undisputed champion, David Benavidez is your longest waiting mandatory challenger. That's why he should be next. That if you don't want to fight him and you just want to decide, you feel like, I'm at the point I can pick whoever I want to fight, totally fine. Just give up that belt, let David Benavidez do his thing. Because then otherwise it's like, who's going to want to fight David Benavidez with really nothing at stake? So that's kind of a disservice to the other fighters in the division. And the other thing too, since Canelo's become undisputed champion, he's only fought one true super middleweight, and that's been John Ryder. Gennady Golovkin moved up in weight. He moved up to fight Bivol. Jamel Charlo jumped up 2 divisions. So, it's really only been Ryder ever since he unified all the titles. So that's more than 2 years that, the belt's kind of been on hold. All these mandatories are kind of stuck waiting, especially Benavidez, who's, credit to him. He did what he did in 2023. He fought Caleb Plant. He fought, Demetrius Andrade wasn't quite a top 10 super middleweight contender, but he's making the moves to decide, if Canelo's not going to fight me, I'm going to go out and make my own name. But now they got to find him an opponent, especially if Jamal Charlo is not next for Canelo. Now you got to find an opponent for Jamal. You got to find an opponent for Benavidez. You got to find an opponent for Terence Crawford. There's a lot of guys that either they're stuck waiting for Canelo, or you got to spend a lot of money to move forward with their next fight.
So I don't know if you've seen an interview that I did with Bernie the boxer. Obviously, good friends with Crawford, and he said that Crawford told him that the Sheik called him. Now, he wasn't able to distinguish which Sheik. I know that you got better connections. Were you able to find out which Sheik is it? Is it the one that matters? Is it Turkey Allah Sheik, His Excellency, or is it someone else that's trying to make a name for himself? Do you know anything about this?
No, I just know, I'm going all the way back to when Bud claimed he had these trust funds or, whatever money set up, that they were going to invest in the Spence fight at PBC to want to put up the dough. So it always seems like someone out of the blue is calling up Terence Crawford. But I don't know. Turkey Ellis, as for all the fights he did mention, he hasn't really mentioned Crawford much, if even at all. So I don't know if they're the ones calling him, but I get, all these guys, they've done their due diligence to make their connections in the Middle East, so that is the smart play, because obviously over there they are trying to take over the sport. So if they got money to spend, you might as well grab it while they're interested in the sport.
Now, again, these fighters, I don't know if it was always like that, because I'm not a history guy, but in this generation, we're forced to follow their Instagram and take whatever clues we can. Charlo did post that he's back, and I mean Jamal. Do you feed into any of that? And this is the pic. This is his own caption on his story. Are you feeding into that? Is he back, quote unquote, enough to be back in camp for Canelo, or is it this new rumor I'm sure you've seen a few minutes ago, right? Maybe 30 minutes ago, of quote unquote Charlo Plant?
So that's my point, is that if Munguia is going to be next, or anyone other than Jamal Charlo next, PBC has to figure out who he's going to fight. So again, they're in a brand new deal with Amazon. They got this first pay-per-view, which I like what they did with the card. I'm not in love with the main event, and a lot of people are very sour on the main event. So you can't build every event this way. Like, you have to eventually come in with some banger main events. There's obvious history between Jamal Charlo and Caleb Plant. So that, to me, that's a natural fight. There's history between Jamal Charlo and David Benavidez. That's, a great matchup. I think both of those fights are kind of sellable as well. So I think both of those are feasible options, because the options don't really run deep for Jamal Charlo. He's either going to get a lot of money to go fight Canelo, or you have to find a very expensive B-side, or he's the B-side and find a prominent A-side for him to fight next. There's really no other option. He's not going to go fight Carlos Adames, which he doesn't seem interested in anyway, because that fight is not going to sell on Amazon Prime, and that would probably have to be a pay-per-view, because that's a very expensive undercard fight.
So where are we with this Boots situation? I seen your article on his lawsuit. Does that, I guess, hinder him from actually taking a fight, or no? Because now, from what I understood from your article, Cameron's wife is now his promoter.
Correct.
And she has no boxing experience, so that's what they're using as the loophole to get out of the contract. Like, look, she's just inherited his position and really can't move him forward unless she has experience or is hiring someone with experience. Were you able to speak to her to get her side at all? No.
No. I've like I said, I tried to reach out to them. I got a hold of the lawsuit. I tried to reach out. I didn't hear back. But my problem, they specify, like, they're trying to claim breach of contract, saying that he was promised X amounts of fights. He didn't get them. It was 4 fights for the first year, 4 fights for the second year, 3 for the third, 3 for the fourth. And let's face it, nobody's fighting 3 fights a year anymore. So usually they get the financial compensation to make up for that fight. Otherwise, everyone's on the breach of contract. So he's citing that he's only fought 8 times in the past 4 years. I don't know if the timeline quite matches up with, how the length of the contract. Because I counted 10 fights from the time he signed the contract, but still, that leaves him 4 fights short. My problem with that is, like, he was never taking Cameron Duncan to court. It was after Cameron passed, and then he was informed by Kelly that she was going to be taking over the company. Now all of a sudden they want to bolt. But
it makes sense to want to leave now, because it's like we're in the hands of someone with even less experience and less connections than what Cameron has. But I definitely see that they seen their opportunity is what it looks like.
Exactly. And now they're trying to claim, that she doesn't have experience. It's breach of contract, that they need to nullify this contract, which I get that argument. Here's my problem. I try not to speculate too much when it comes to lawsuits, because I don't want to be the one that's like blowing the case for anyone. But one thing that really jumped out at me was that they claimed that Now Boxing has not offered any fights. This is exactly what it says. Plaintiff's last bout took place on July 8th, 2023. Defendant has failed to offer any bout opportunities since that date. There's a tweet out there. I'm not going to name names, but
from Espinoza. I seen a tweet from Espinoza that says that they've offered him at least 3 fights that 3 opponents have turned down or pulled out or postponed. Yes. We got Bozy, his own father, saying Barrios accepted. That they were offered Cody Crowley and he turned down $300,000. No, I see everything you see. My question, I don't know if you know this, and look, we're just shooting the shit. Can she sell the contract? Does she have the right legally, right? Like, it's still an asset, right? Like, she inherited an asset. She still has the right to go to James Prince or, quote unquote, any manager and say, hey, do you want to buy the rights to this fight, or it doesn't work? I don't know. I'm clearly asking.
No, that's a very fair question, because my understanding, a lot of things like on her end is financially driven. She just lost her husband. He was the main source of income. I don't know the situation. I don't know what he left behind, but she has to go out and make a living now. So, or, find a way for revenue to come in. So that it's a very fair question. My sense is that there's going to be it's similar to when Cameron Duncan and Chris Middendorf split, and that created the whole lawsuit. When Boots moved forward with Cameron, Middendorf sued them. They eventually settled. But here's the key. He stayed active, well, relatively active. He fought while that whole lawsuit was going on. So what I hope for Boots' sake is that he's able to find a way to keep active, that he eventually settles with Kelly Duncan and he winds up with PBC where he should have been all along, or maybe he goes signs with Matchroom. they have Andy Cruz, so now all of Bosey's fighters are with Eddie. But just one way or another, where the right step is finally taken in Boots' career, because he keeps talking about all this putting in the casket tour or whatever. The only thing, it's not necessarily his fault, but the people around him, the only thing they put in the casket so far is his prime. His prime is being wasted. And people are talking about he is like pound for pound number one level type talent. Nowhere near that level of competition, though. His career really, really needs to get on track this year, more so than probably any other promising star in the sport. So that's what I hope, is that they find a way to keep him in the ring. Whatever number Kelly needs to, satisfy this contract and get him out of it, that they hit that number and then he moves on with his career, because that's what his career. He does not need to be held back anymore. And this lawsuit, if they go to distance on it, that's all it's going to do.
Perfect world. She gives him a number. He's able to find, the funds to pay her and get out. How active do you see him with the PBC this year? Does he get more than the normal 2 fights he's been getting for the past 3 years?
He probably doesn't, but again, he got 1 fight in 2022, and that was 2 rounds. He got the 2 fights in 2023. It was more so not the opportunities. That's the concern. I think if/when he signs with PBC, because that is kind of my prediction. I do think he winds up with them, although I do know there is interest from Matchroom. But let's say hypothetically he signs with PBC. Now all of a sudden he gets those opportunities instead of getting, okay, well, we're going to give you Cody Crowley. We're not going to give you Errol Spence. Now that he's, if he's under PBC, now he becomes an A-side. They probably give him whoever he wants to fight. Because again, he's someone you can build a future around.
For sure. I mean, like you said, they're wasting his prime, though. Those are these are the key moments that he could be selling tickets. He's only had one headliner. I don't even get why it's so difficult to keep him active. I don't know. People don't seem to think that him going to Matchroom would be a good idea. But I feel like the welterweight division isn't what it used to be. Does it really matter where you're at, or does it matter more that you have someone willing to invest in you being the main event and bringing in? Because, like, if you have a guy, whoever that guy is, to invest in you, then Boots versus Rocha, Boots versus basically anyone, he can start to build. He can be the main event. It's about Boots, and we sell more than the 3,500 tickets he sold last time out.
Yeah, I really wish people paid a lot more attention to what Devin Haney's been doing these past few years. Because I've always said, when Devin and Demetrius Andrade were both on the Matchroom, they both had the same exact opportunities to shine. One guy's career took off and he did it on his terms, and the other guy is where he is right now. So a lot of Devin
Andrade and Devin have 2 different fathers. Andrade's father is not as hands-on as Bill. I don't know.
But Bill has a greater understanding of the business too. Bill knows how to get stuff done.
Yeah,
that's the huge difference. And as loud as he is, he and Devin have the perfect relationship. Look, Paul and Demetrius have a great relationship as well. Think the world of Paul. Not criticizing him at all, but Bill just knows how to get shit done. He's a hustler. He was a hustler before he got into boxing, and he's taken that same knowledge that he had from the streets and he's applying it into business and progressing with his son's career. And Devin is, look at what he's done. Like, he got that deal with Top Rank, left Top Rank. He's one of the hottest free agents right now. So he signed a 1-fight deal with Matchroom. Now he's in a position where he was able to jump to Ryan Garcia. A lot of people need to be following his lead. So it's definitely not too late for Boots. He just needs the right team around to create that. He needs that right infrastructure.
You have the connections and that's your thing. So is it 1 fight with Matchroom? I was under the impression he had an option after the Regis fight, and that's why Matchroom is a part of this fight.
Oh, you're right. You are right about that. And plus, he has a good relationship with Matchroom anyway. No, that is accurate to say.
Okay.
You're correct about that.
Okay. I wonder, though, you can still do a follow-up story. I wonder, right? Cool. You had an option, but now my option, I helped you get the biggest fight of your career. Does that extend you?
That's a very good question. That's a good question.
Yeah. I was thinking that, like, whoa. I think pretty much that's it, Jake, man. Always great to have you on. What's next for Wilder? Come on, you're right there near Wilder. Is he gonna come back? Like,
I think we're gonna see him at least one more time in 2020.
I
can't see him go out like that.
No names on the table yet.
No, not at all. I haven't even spoke to him. I don't remember last time I spoke to him, but
Oh.
certainly not since what happened in Saudi. But I do believe we'll get one more fight out of the.
Will we get a PBC fighter or will we get a Saudi fighter? One of the leftovers, one of the winners or losers? Because I wouldn't mind any of the winners or losers. Like whoever, Bakoli would be good. The guy Adja Kababelbi, Arslanbek, he would be good for a while. That's a good comeback. You know, that guy's he's not the sharpest, like, you know, technically.
Right. And this is what I was saying too with the Saudis, that I'm not, look, I know everyone's like, oh, you know, head over heels over what they're trying to do out there. I'm not big on any one entity trying to control the sport, but I do think like the heavyweight division is perfect for that market because I don't know, it's not what it used to be over here, but over there it's such a big deal. So that I would like to see Deontay, you know, just stay in that mix. Like I said, any name that you mentioned over there. I still kind of want to see.
Oh my God, you triggered me. I remember that tweet. You triggered me. What you just said reminded me of a tweet you said. Why did you say that? Why did you tell Tank you wish more fighters would like Tank and turn down the Sheik? What the fuck? Jake, explain that shit. What happened
What I'm saying is fighters need to be in control of their own destiny. And look what happened, was it a week, 2 weeks later? I forget when I tweeted that. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney, they got a fight done. They didn't have to go to the Middle East and sell their asses to get that fight. They're getting that fight in Las Vegas, where that fight belongs. If Tank were to fight Devin Haney, that fight belongs in the U.S., where a U.S. market can you know, rally around it. There's some fights that
I get that, but aren't they making it practically? Oh shit, he froze up. He must have got a call. Fuck. I'm just saying. Oh, you got a call. Okay, so I get that the fight belongs in Vegas, but Tank's side of the street is making it practically impossible. So it's like you figure an influx of cash would get them to say yes. That's where I'm at from a desperate fan standpoint. It's like, okay, well, maybe money, a boatload of money will get it done. But yeah,
I guess that's kind of my point though. Like the Turkey Al Sheikh is waving that big check in Tank's face, and Tank's like, you know, he's saying, "Nah, I'm good, man." That's the part. Now, granted, I think it was a day after I tweeted that all that stuff came up about Tank possibly fighting Conor Ben. I'm like, come on, man. Like, this is what I'm trying to tell you. I said, this is how you know Tank couldn't give a fuck about my opinion. Now he's talking about going to fight Conor Ben. I'm like,
how real is that? Eddie says he sent an offer, 8 figures. You got Conor Ben saying, oh, don't turn down 10 to 15 million. Listen, tell these people that are listening, and then we'll listen in you know, on the playback. Tank's never received a $15 million guarantee, right?
No, not to my knowledge. No, I know he made a lot of money for the Ryan fight, but I don't think he was guaranteed that much.
Exactly. So what is the problem when people are offering you 10, 15, and 20 million guarantee up front? Do you know, like, what would be the downside to accepting a high guarantee versus the low guarantee and, you know, quote unquote, the back end? Everybody likes to use the back end phrase, like, because can Eddie produce? Will he be able to, price those tickets right? Will Tank make another $20 million gate with Conor? Shouldn't Conor, a guy like Tank and his team be like, look, they're going to take a chance. Fuck it. We take our guarantee. If they don't sell tickets, that's on them. If no one shows up, that's on them. You got 15 million guarantee. And guess what? If they do show up, you still got the back end. It's still there. Can you help us understand that?
I really can't, because I don't know what's going on with Tank's situation. Like, where would that fight take place? Like, can Tank travel? I know he's been complaining about these judges on his ass. She won't even let him out of Baltimore.
But isn't that over in a few months? I mean, how long can you be on probation, let alone how long can you be on a bracelet? I mean, I'm not saying you can't be on a bracelet longer than 12 months, but he should be coming up on 12 months on a bracelet already.
Who knows what this judge is going to decide? She just might run wild on his ass again. I mean, she very clearly has, something. I know she didn't like the way he handled himself in court, and she was just like looking for any excuse to just throw the book at him. So I don't know. I hear like numbers get tossed around, and again, it reminds me why people would say you don't negotiate through the media. So yeah, this sounds like a big fat number. Oh my God, put $15 million in Tank's pocket, but where does this fight take place? Like you said, ticket sales. It just, I don't know. It just sounds like pie in the sky right now. And plus, Eddie's like, he needs to find someone for Conor Ben. It's not like, people are calling his name, but I don't think it's that easy to line up a fight for him.
Really? You think it's harder than because man, I mean, everybody came out the woodworks, no?
They are, yeah. But I mean, you have to finalize that deal though. Every time a fight gets, mentioned, I always say, who is going to pay for this fight? Like, how much is the zone really going to pay for a Conor Ben, Tank Davis fight? Is that going to be a pay-per-view? It's like,
no, that's a pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view America, pay-per-view in the UK. It should do well. You don't think it does well?
No, it's a good gimmick fight. I give you that. It is.
Gimmick fight. Wow. Shout out Francis Ngannou. Wow. So Tank stops him. Because you calling it a gimmick fight, because it ain't going to be competitive if it's a gimmick.
No, I'm not saying all that. I'm not saying that. No, Tank's moving up, 2, 3, I don't know, whatever. What did Eddie say? That it had to take place at 147, right? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I just, in my head, it's not happening. So I haven't even really given much thought as to how it plays out. So
there's been heavy
rumor. I'm also the guy, like Nigel Benn is one of my all-time favorite fighters. So, and I actually got to, hang out with him a little bit when Conor Ben fought in Orlando in September. So for like someone who, Nigel Benn and Chris Eubank, their fights actually turned me into a hardcore fan of the sport. Like that's kind of where I'm at with them.
What's your thoughts on the 15 million 5-fight deal turned down?
Shakur, I don't. Again, it's you hear their number, it sounds crazy. In 2024, I don't know where else he's going to get a deal like that. His last fight was disastrous on every level, so there's a lot to think about. But here's my other thing too. It's like every James Prince fighter that I know of, right? Or at least every significant one, they're all the top rank. So
exactly what I've been saying.
He's leaving. Is James Prince following him out the door, or is Jay gonna get a hold of him and be like, maybe we need to really think about this? So that's the part that always stuck out the most.
I seen a headline that said that Aram said he feels Stevens would re-sign, and I think he should reconsider. Like right now, in a perfect world, he'll be 28 and a half maybe and be a 3-division champ and 3 belts, because WBO and the IBF would be on his side of the street. Maybe Loma decides to fight Navarrete first in a unification, making Shakur wait a little bit more. But eventually, I can see Loma fighting Shakur, 3-belt unification, big fight. Maybe pay-per-view. I don't know that Shakur is Devin in terms of the numbers, popularity-wise and things like that. But can you see that happening? Like him deciding to stay because there's 2 belts on that side of the street and they convince him, like, we will get these for you within these 5 fights.
Yeah. My hunch is that he does stay because, again, I just don't know where else he gets that money unless he's really willing to test the free agent market and do it on a fight-by-fight basis. But
so you don't think PBC would be interested? Because my co-host seems to think, oh, well, he could go to PBC and Isak Cruz, they'll give him $3 million for that on pay-per-view. And I'm like, oh, shit, really? And he's like, yeah, he could fight Frank. And I'm like, damn, another $3 million versus Frank? Like, I didn't even know PBC guarantees $3 million. It's hard to find a PBC Google guarantee $3 million PBC fighter. Like, it's rare. Fulton got that because he went to Japan.
Right, exactly. I'm going to say this too. I have faith that PBC will eventually roll out their schedule for the rest of 24. They have one shows, on the book so far. So I'm with you, man. That's a big number to throw out there for, to expect someone to snatch him up. And he's not really a proven draw. So, he is. I mean, look, he did good ticket sales in Newark, for, whatever Top Rank had going on. But like I said, that last show they did, with the whatever car race they had in November, like that was a bomb on every level. It didn't sell, and the fight was awful.
So that's a conversation. I don't want to keep you, so if you got to go, it's cool. But is 6,000 a bomb, though, on a Thursday when you already got so much other shit happening? Like, we talking about Tio and Shakur doing half of what dudes do on a Saturday without competition. Is it a bomb or is it a success?
I wouldn't consider any of that part of a success. It didn't seem like Top Rank was over the moon on. Wait, did Shakur's fight even sell 6,000?
I thought it was 6,000.
Was it? Maybe there was 6,000 there. I don't remember that selling 6,000 tickets. Maybe you might have. I didn't really pay much attention to it, but I don't know, man. That, like I said, that's a big number. I'd have to see, like, the terms of the contract too. So
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, look, just with Boots, it's like, yeah, he signed some agreement. They even said like there's so much ambiguous language. It's like I don't know how he's going to get out of it because like so much of it is one way. It's an open-ended contract.
Anything serious with these Pacquiao rumors? Not that I want to see him with any of the people that he's been mentioned, but are those things real? Like they've
He's
mentioned.
definitely. It seems like he's coming back. At least he's talking about coming back. I don't know if it's just hype and he's just going to keep fighting exhibitions, but.
So you don't expect a real fight, though?
I hope to God we don't see something like Pacquiao and Tank. That's a gimmick fight. Now that is a damn gimmick fight.
Yeah. Well, that is basically. Hey, wait, let me see. Stenonius, anything on him? Poor guy. Can we start a GoFundMe for him? He's not doing well, bro. This is crazy.
Yeah, April's going to be 2 years that he hasn't fought. So I get that Virgil Ortiz was to blame for what happened up to July 8th, but his team's got to get him back in the ring. I don't know why his mandatory hasn't been enforced. Whether he's the mandatory for Bud or his own mandatory is forced, but they got to get a fight for him. I know there was like a rumor that at one point before Subriel Matias decided he was going to fight Liam Paro, that he claimed that PBC offered him Stanionis as a fight. I think he mentioned Boots as well. I don't know how true that is, but why they would offer him welterweight fights. But yeah, it just seems like there's a bunch of guys like they don't really have anything going on for them. Stanionis is in that mix.
Yeah, according to Matias's team, he was offered those welterweights, but there's some 140-pounders coming out saying that they were called and offered the Matias fight. Elvis and Gary Russell say that they were offered the fight, but the other side says they were not offered those 140-pound fights, that they were only offered the welterweight fights. So, I don't know. But, man, Jake, thank you for coming on. We got to do this more often, man. Appreciate you just chopping it up with us. Wish you the best. Obviously, you got the article. You want to direct anybody to that one or any others?
Yeah, that was like the most notable story I wrote. Obviously, I wrote a couple of pieces on, Canelo and Munguia, their talks. Canelo's got his interview tomorrow, which again, we kind of speculated what that's going to be about. That's really about a bit. There's just fights coming up. There's nothing really major coming up. So yeah, not a lot of in-depth stuff I got working on, just kind of working on some stuff behind the scenes. But
so my team says it was actually 5,100 for Shakur, and obviously.
And that was the attendance, right? Not the ticket sales.
Exactly. We wouldn't know how many of those are comps.
Yeah, Nevada's books are closed now. But yeah, I think his next fight will sell Bella. I will say this with Shakur. If he does re-sign with Top Rank, I would have to imagine, and this is if Lomachenko beats George Kambosos. And I know people think what they think of George Kambosos. I happen to think more highly of him. And Lomachenko's not quite Lomachenko. I know he looked really good against Evan Haney, but he also looked the way he did against Jermaine Ortiz. So if Lomachenko beats George Kambosos, I would have to imagine any new deal with Shakur would include a unification fight with Lomachenko because he thought he was going to fight Navarrete.
Can they guarantee him, though? Can they guarantee him Loma he's 35 now. By the time this new deal, he'll be 36. Is he really trying to fight Shakur after he fights Navarrete? Because there's no doubt in my mind he's going Navarrete route first.
If the Shakur fight pays way more, though, like to your point, he's 36. Maybe he just wants that big payday. I'd have to imagine fighting Shakur is a much bigger bag than fighting Navarrete. And I'm not sure either one is more. Maybe the fight with Navarrete would look better. I don't know if he would necessarily beat him, though. I know Shakur, his style is harder to beat. But again, for the more significantly, bigger payday, maybe he wanted, Top Rank could talk him into that one.
Well, all right, Jake. Thank you again, brother. Appreciate you. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Jake Donovan from Boxing Scene, one of the lead writers. That was actually very telling, informing. We needed that. Jay Billy, what it do?
Yo.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Shout out Ness putting in that motherfucking work. Hey, Ness, you fucked up, right?
What happened?
Just saying, dog. You said that if Canelo retires without fighting Benavidez, that's not a duck.
Of course not. Did we call Floyd a duck for when he took Berto?
You did. You did not
I
even
do.
4 months ago.
I
Not even
do.
four
But that's
months
what I'm
ago.
saying. I'm in the minority. That's what I'm saying.
So how you
I
gonna
do.
spirit? How you gonna spin a narrative to the people that if he doesn't fight Benavidez, he's not a duck?
Because
When in your
I'm
opinion, he
giving the
is.
same excuse y'all give Floyd.
No. That's what you like to do, right? I want you to stand on your 10 on your opinion. You tell the people how you feel.
Yeah, I
You
feel
tell
like
the
it ain't
people
a
that if
duck. I feel
Saul
like it ain't a
Canelo
duck.
Alvarez,
I feel,
but it was a duck when Floyd didn't fight
but
Keith.
that's what I'm saying.
Floyd
I
was
feel
ducking Keith.
you're not getting it. I
But
feel
like you
like it
just
ain't a
wait, let me
duck.
just last thing real quick, because you just said this was the cherry on top. You said, how can you duck somebody that you did more than? That's crazy. I agree with you. I agree with you, but you didn't agree with yourself 4 months ago. That's what I'm saying. But you
But
can
that's what
continue.
I'm saying. My argument falls on deaf ears about Thurman. That's what y'all say. He didn't do nothing. Oh, what he do? Who he be? Oh, he was just an interim champ. Cool. So that's all the same arguments. You can't. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Like you saying I'm being a hypocrite. No, I'm using the same. Like I've argued till I've turned blue that Floyd avoided all those good welterweights. Y'all tell me no, he didn't. So now I'm just using your own argument. I'm from New York.
Oh, so
I'm from the
you
East
giving
Coast.
in?
I'm from the East
You
Coast.
giving
I
in
use
now?
50 Cent line. I'm just slick enough to take your words and spit them back at you. That's all. That's all.
Uh,
Y'all say Floyd ain't dunk. I say Canelo ain't dunk. You see how that go?
yeah, man,
Now,
that's
now,
crazy. I
now,
just
if
gotta let. I gotta
motherfuckers,
let the
if
people know how
motherfuckers,
you
listen to me.
feel.
If
I gotta
motherfuckers would
remind the
have been
people how you
riding
feel,
with
though.
me, if motherfuckers would have been riding me for the last 10 years when I was saying that, then they could be like, yo, Ness, but look, ain't that the same thing that Benavidez doing?
Yes, fuck them. Fuck them. Stand on your 10. Stand on your 10 and believe in what you believe in. I just want the people to know what you believe in. And
Yeah.
truly, you
I
believe
believe in
if
great
Canelo
champions.
retires,
I
he's
believe in
going
great
to
champions
he's
like
ducking
Floyd Mayweather.
Benavidez.
I believe in great champions like Floyd
Understandable.
Mayweather doing so much that they got every right to just walk off into the sunset because that phrase was here before I was here.
See, I wish that was the argument 4 months ago. See, I was trying to call in earlier. I'm about to do a little sidetrack real quick. I tried to call in earlier. That's we got like this little ongoing joke in the back call. It's kind of like an insider, so don't take no offense. But you said you captain of the Haney squad, but you wasn't coming that tank. You wasn't bringing that energy like I expected you to bring. Like, oh, you too small to fight. You too small to fight Haney, but you'll go up to 147 and fight Ben. Ness, we might have to kick you out the car, dog.
Nah,
We might have
dog,
to kick you
listen.
out the Haney car, dog. Man, you
Nah,
might
nah,
not
nah,
be
nah.
dream
J
team
Billy,
like
J
you
Billy,
thought you
I
was.
play chess,
Come
bro.
on,
I
man.
play chess like on a regular. And I know that phrase is like cool in this generation now. Like, but no, I play chess on a regular, so I never had an issue with Tank. Cause I was more like that movie. Got him. You feel me? Once we get him in the fight with Ben, it's over. Tank fans is dead. They dead. So I'm playing chess. That's just one pawn we
I see the
move.
play.
Connor Ben is a
Okay.
pawn. Connor Ben is a pawn. But guess what? What happens with pawns when you keep pushing pawn, keep pushing a pawn, keep pushing a pawn? Eventually, that motherfucker turn into a queen and be the baddest piece on the board. So he just a pawn in the greatest scheme of things. And if you lock in a fight with Conor Ben at 147, what is your crybaby fans gonna do when Devin wanna fight you? They can't say shit. But right now he being protected by all his crybaby fans. Oh, Ness, look at Devin. Illegal IVs. He rehydrates.
Okay.
He's a gorilla. He's really
That's valid.
Mike
That's valid.
Tyson. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, cool. Let him fight Conor then at 47. I ain't got no problem. He gonna knock his block off.
All right, dog.
And then the world.
You still in the whip. You still in the whip. You
No,
got it.
I'm
You
just
got
saying.
it. Well, I see you. I see you.
I want the world to see it. Cause you see, it's like, oh, Ness, you just a fucking Tank hater, man. You always saying he ducking somebody. You always saying he don't want to do something. Cool. Oh, he fought a welterweight. Ain't that bigger than Devin? Didn't that dude weigh 170? Now what the fuck is the excuse? You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to help motherfuckers get to that level. They sometimes they need a little bit of assistance. So cool, let's do the kind of fight. Yeah, it's a big fight.
All right, last thing. So back to the Canelo thing. According to boxing, Rick Glazer, who is apparently now the #1 boxing insider, said that Canelo is just gonna announce he's leaving PBC.
Yeah, I mean, you heard
So
this guy who actually works for Boxing Scene said it's gonna be Mexican television,
yeah.
right? So we'll see. It's conflicting reports. We'll see who ends up being right. I tell you what, if Glazer's right again, you know, we're gonna have to stop doubting him. I mean, he's being right more and more. And I'm trying to highlight it because I've been a heavy detractor in the past. So, you know,
That's facts, and I'll give you your kudos for giving him his credit at the end of the day, because you was, you was throwing dirt on him a little bit the past few years, but he's gaining credibility right now. So
word.
if it's true, then it's just gonna be more credibility. But I want to see what he got to say. It could be the retirement. It could be just a little announcement like the dude on Boxing Scene just
Ooh,
said. But
breaking news. This what I love. See, this what I'm
what's to
saying.
be in.
This what I'm saying. Like when you let the world get to where you was already at, then it's like, damn, bro, wait, that dude ain't no hater. So see, look, the hip hop sites picking it up. This just one with almost 2 million. That ain't nothing. That's nothing. My mixtapes, they only got almost 2 million, and they post say Devin Haney versus Ryan Garcia will have no rehydration clause and no catch weight. Is Haney facing a better version of Garcia than Tank did? Killing
Yeah,
them.
we already know. We
Do.
already know.
We do because
That's
we
the narrative. Yeah.
hardcores. But that's what I'm saying. Like now, the more of the truth is starting to get out to the casuals.
Yeah, so hopefully, Connor really is that pawn, and he helps push this Haney and Tank fight eventually. But the Sheik also did say that he hopes Crawford and Canelo in their career working with Saudi independently. Did you see that?
Nah, send it to me. Cause that's what
Yeah,
cause
yeah, I'm gonna send that.
Jake had just said right now on the show, like, oh, I ain't never really see the Sheik talk about Crawford. And I'm like, damn, okay. And now you
Yeah,
say what you
video
said.
just dropped.
Word. Let me get
Yeah,
to some
video just
other
dropped. I'm
callers
gonna send
and
that to
some
you.
super
Yes, sir. You
chats.
keep on putting in that work.
Appreciate you, man. We got Chris, the Prodigy Matthews, Richard Steele Boxing. Oh, what up, champ? That's that heavyweight from Vegas. What up, champ? Welcome to the prospect level. Nano, $2. He gonna start his professional golfing career. That's the announcement. Chris, the Prodigy Matthews, $10. Off topic, but did you see heavyweight Antonio Zepeda got stopped on the... Bro. I did not. And let me tell you, I follow Fahid. Is it Fareed or Fahid for Sadiq, his trainer? And I seen him post like, yo, we in the arena, y'all. This how it look, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, okay, cool. Where's the fight? And I'm following his Instagram, and I'm like, waiting for the fight, waiting for the link, waiting for the result. Nothing. And obviously, he ain't the biggest of names. I forgot. And now you bring it up, and you tell me he got stopped. Which, bruh, dude already lost in another fight that he wasn't supposed to lose. Switch trainers, and now he lost this fight in a fight he wasn't supposed to lose. Teal did a favor and got him on this card. That's crazy, man. It sucks because, he's such a big heavyweight. But, as Baby Joker would say, he ain't all Mexican. He like Mexican Italian. But Boogs is reporting on Twitter that they dropped Antonio Miralles, the other heavyweight the Top Rank had. They got the draw with my boy Skylar Lacey. Is it Lacey or Skylar? I don't know. I forgot right now. But yeah, they dropped him, bro. They dropped Miralles, which is Robert Garcia's heavyweight. So it's tough on these streets. Motherfuckers out here playing. That's what I'm saying. You out here grabbing and all this weird shit. Bruv. You got the fight. Motherfuckers ain't trying to watch that shit. All these guys out here thinking that this bullshit they call boxing and we trying to watch. And I get it. Y'all might like, oh, Ness, you flip-flopping because, blah, blah, blah. Bruh, listen. The onus is on the A side. You understand? So if a Jermaine boxes better than we expected, but you think it ain't the best in terms of, like, activity, I get that. But Jermaine ain't a fucking 3-time champ. Jermaine ain't unified. Jermaine not undisputed. Like, you can't hold Jermaine to the same standard you hold champions because he not a fucking champion. He don't get paid like one, and that was his first title shot. So it's very unfair to be like, oh, but you're being a hypocrite. Jermaine fought like so-and-so. No, the fuck he didn't, because so-and-so is the A side. So-and-so is the one that's supposed to have a plethora of talent and a bunch of tools in a fucking tool basket. So cut the bullshit. But yeah, it is what it is, right? Let me see who we got. H-Town, Leo, what up? Leo. We got another super chat from Chris the Prodigy that retracted that. So I don't know. But salute for the
What
other
up, Ness? Can you
5.
hear me?
Yes, sir. What it do?
What it do, H-Town? You know, I agree with you on what you just said about Jermaine, but you ain't never gonna be a champion if you're going in there with that attitude. You're trying to leak out a win, man. You got to go in there to win. You can't. That type of strategy. The only way you're gonna get a win if you've been established already for years, and they're gonna just give you the benefit of the doubt. It was a horrible fight in his part. I mean, Teal didn't do the best job cutting off the ring, but man, chased him all night. He chased him all night. I mean, and the aggressor, in my eyes, unless you're Floyd, where the aggressor is missing and you're making him pay, the aggressor always wins. You know, people keep on saying, "Look what Floyd did." Well, man, Floyd will punish you if you miss. Floyd will punish you if you chase him. It's a difference. You know, it's not the same thing. And as far as the Canelo and the if he retires, man, there's part of me wants me to fight Bud, and if he beats Bud, then retire, just so all the haters could just keep talking and crying that then he never gave Benavidez his money fight. Benavidez ain't gonna be a multi-millionaire without because he didn't get the Canelo payday. Hey, you know what? I'd be laughing if he passes the keys to Munguia and gets Munguia the last fight, and they have a close fight or a split decision or something. Then he retires, let Munguia carry the torch. The haters are gonna be out of control, man. This is gonna be hilarious. But hey, what you think about Keyshawn, man, in that fight? Because to me,
I was just gonna say it'll be worse to retire on a split decision, win or loss to Munguia. They really gonna think you ducking Benavidez.
yeah, but that if he does that, it means he passed the torch to Munguia. He's the last guy to actually challenge him. You know, just how when Floyd was supposedly he was the last actual real challenge to Floyd, supposedly. You know, but what do you think about Keyshawn, man, in that fight? Ness, I've been at work, man, so I ain't really got to get with y'all.
What fight?
His last fight, man. What do you think? He looked good, but I mean, it looked like they literally just fed him a lamb. You know what I mean?
Damn, you think Pedraza was a lamb?
Bro, Pedraza didn't even look like himself, man. He looked lost, man. And I don't know if it's because Keyshawn's that great or he's just done. I mean, because Keyshawn was hitting him with everything he wanted to. Ness, I mean, he was like he was on the heavy bag just in the gym.
He off the weed, baby. He's super fast now. He's super fast. He got more stamina.
Big dog, maybe you need to get off that weed and you be in the pros, big dog, then, if that's the case. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's crazy, man. Hey, Ryan and Dev, man. It's gonna be a good fight. He's fighting. Hey, Devin's fighting the best Ryan. I don't care what nobody says. To me, Tank has an asterisk against that Barrios and that Garcia win. That's an asterisk, baby. Once you put stipulations and rehydration clauses and with Ryan with a catch weight, to me that's an asterisk. You fought a guy. You raced a race with a guy with a blown out tire, and you expect not to win. Get the fuck out of here. Devin's gonna face the best Ryan, and the haters gonna hate more. If Ryan stops him, they're gonna find a way to hate. If Devin stops Ryan, either way it's gonna be hate. Neither one of them is gonna get credit. Watch. The Tank fans are gonna be saying neither one of them is good enough to be Tank. When Tank ain't fighting nobody. Tank done.
Champ, let me get to the other people.
All right, big guy.
You the man. I just had something I wanted to bring up. I'll get to the super chat in the meantime. We got Leonard Sterling, 5-pounder. He says, you see Rolly out here saying he's getting less money for Cruz than Garcia? Bemusing, why was he lying at post presser when most knew it had to be less? Bruh, let me tell you, I already seen that, but you know me, I'm always thinking what could be the next show. But since you brought it up, I will show it. And all I could think to myself is, why do these guys lie this much? It's like you tell one camera something and then tell the exact opposite to the other camera. It's like, bro, you're killing yourselves. Y'all not looking good doing this shit. But yes, Rolly told us Al Heyman offered me a better offer than the Ryan fight. Now he out here on other interviews saying, I'm taking less and fight fans don't even appreciate me. Like, bruh, which one is it? How can we appreciate you when you just said you making more and you was going to be on more homes and you ain't trying to build up 300,000 subscribers on DAZN? Like, these little boys that cry wolf is just crazy to me, bro. This shit is wild. Look. He talking about Cruz is a more difficult fight. He making less money. Okay.
And I decided to take a much more difficult fight than Ryan Garcia for less money, but people want to bash me for taking a more difficult fight. I mean, I would say Pitbull Cruz is a more difficult fighter than Ryan Garcia. Wouldn't you agree? He's much more durable. He punches. He's aggressive. Ryan Garcia would run like a turkey. And I decided to take
shit is hilarious. You can't make this shit up. That's why there's no PBC gangbangers calling in today, because it's like, you know, they don't know what to do. Shit is crazy on these streets right now. PBC not looking the way that it should, you know. Look, my man just lied. So is he lying today or is he lying the other day when he said he was making more? I'm not sure which one to believe now. Did Al offer him a better offer than Oscar and bum-ass DAZN with 300,000 subs? Or, I mean, when is he? How do we decide when he's telling the truth and when he's lying? James Benitez, what up? Shit is hilarious. Shout out.
Ness, you hear me?
Shout out Fight Hub. I hear you, champ.
Yo, yeah, he's definitely lying today. He's definitely lying about Ryan not being the tougher fight, because I think Isaac Cruz is going to be a tougher fight, man. I got Rolly beating him, man. I wouldn't be surprised if Rolly stops Isaac Cruz, man. But, you know, that's what PBC do, man. The PBC gangbangers, man, you know, they only click up during the daytime, man. At night, these shows right here where you had guests like Jake Donovan and shit like that, this for the real boxing fans, man. Your true hardcore supporters of the show. With that said, man, if Canelo retired, man, it wouldn't bother me none. He done did enough of the sport, man. But if he did get a split decision or a close fight with Jaime Munguia, people would be saying that he was already washed and not believe that he was actually ever good enough to beat David Benavidez. So, to be honest, man, the only outcome can be in that fight would be a UD. Other than that, that's trying to think. I don't care about the Charlo. I don't care about him fighting Charlo. It is what it is. He fights Bud. I think he'll beat Bud. I think he'll beat Bud because that's a tall task for Bud. I want Bud to win, but I don't believe he's gonna win. I'm just trying to think, man. There's so many fucking talking points. I'm just keeping it real. What's up, Ness? What's up with you, man?
Bro, the Discord crazy. I can't unsee this shit. And in my head, I'm actually commentating this fight like the King of Pop kills him. Bro, somebody put Michael Jackson versus Prince in the Discord. I got to screen share this shit. This is epic.
Oh, shit. These niggas wild, man.
Bruh,
wild, man.
I got to see this fight now, and I can't because R.I.P. Michael, man. Oh, my God, bruh. Now I got...
R.I.P. Prince. R.I.P. Prince, man. Like, yo.
Yo, the King of Pop got him. The King of Pop got him all day.
Crazy shit, man.
Bruh, my man was crying in Purple Rain. We gonna have him crying for real, bruh. What? Do you remember? Man, my boy Michael would spank his ass, boy.
Man, stop it, man. Stop it, man.
Bruh,
Look,
you ain't see... Bruh, first of all, Michael was like... He used to, like, Just like Tio, he like Bruce Lee was his mentor. That's why he could do all the fucking things with his legs and the kicks, man. You kidding me? He'd
Whatever,
fuck up
man.
Prince
Whatever,
all
man.
day, every day.
Bruh, whatever. You know what Prince and Ryan got in common, and what Michael and Devin got in common. Joe Jackson is similar to goddamn Bill Haney, man. He got to put that battery behind Devin's back.
See,
Whereas
you done gave me more ammo. You done gave me more ammo. That's why Michael would win.
Ryan Garcia. Yeah, right, man. You crazy,
Bro,
man.
he got
No
years.
way.
He
Prince
got
was
years of
elite.
conditioning. He got years of conditioning from his dad. You know that.
Look, I guarantee you, if they really was to square off, man, there will definitely be a catch weight. There'll definitely be some goddamn rehydration clause. They really did step in the ring. Prince ain't no sucker, man.
My dude, Prince was the one with his ass cheeks out. Michael was never all for that shit. Michael the one, the king of pop. He out here trying to beat up on Prince, man.
Bruh, I'm not going to justify that shit or whatever, man. Prince was just in his own fucking lane. But I guarantee ain't nobody thought he was soft, though. Michael Jackson, niggas thought he was soft, keep it real, man.
Bruh, Michael had movies where he was like a superhero, man. Remember Moonwalker? Like, you kidding me? Prince ain't got none of that.
Yeah.
He could never beat Michael.
You know what? I ain't gonna knock him, man, because Michael Jackson did have that Moonwalker video game that we used to play at the arcade. If you remember that, man, going back in the day. But either way it go, this is random as hell, man.
Nah, because I can't unsee it. They did that shit in Discord. That was crazy. That poster, I feel like posting this shit on Instagram.
Hey man, go for it, man. Go for it. Other than that, Ness, man, salute to you as always, man. Hey man, Devin better sit down and think about it, man, because after this last weekend of shit, if you need your brother and your dad to gas you up to get in the ring with Ryan, man, it's gonna be problematic, man. I think Ryan about that business, man. And why Devin had to try to talk about, man, hey, you need to have that same smoke for the niggas that robbed your house, man. Was that shit true? Did somebody break into Ryan Garcia's house recently or some shit like that?
Yeah, but it looked like it was. It looked more like it was a B&B that he was staying at while he was in Vegas for Super Bowl weekend. I'm not sure that was his house, and I didn't do the research to find out if that was his house. But based off his ring security footage that he posted, Ryan did, it looked like it was not something that could have been his.
Permanent. Yeah, or permanent. Yeah, I got you. And again, man, shout out to Jake Donovan for coming on to the show, man. Other than that, salute to you, salute to the community. I'm out, Ness, man.
You got it. Tip, what up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm disappointed in Ryan and Dev, man. They should have definitely dropped a promo for Monday Night DAZN, to carry over from last Friday. But yeah, man, Canelo, man, I'm disappointed.
That's on Matchroom and
Yeah.
And you wrong anyway. You wrong anyway. It just ain't reach your timeline. They did drop a promo. I shared it in the Discord. It's like a 30-second promo. They've been dropped that.
Oh, I gotta check it out then. Well, yeah, man, I'm disappointed in these callers, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, for y'all to not acknowledge Canelo ducking David Benavidez is crazy to me. Like, yeah, we just gonna let Canelo walk off into the sunset. Like, what is wrong? Like, do y'all not like boxing, bro? Like, bruh, I'm sorry, but it's just my personal opinion. Like, sometimes as like the face, bro, you gotta pass the torch. Like, it's just gotta happen. Like, in a sense, man, Miguel Cotto, like, he kind of passed the torch to Canelo in some type of way, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Mexican and the Puerto Rican, like,
that's the exact opposite of passing the torch. Canelo's supposed to pass the torch to his fucking countrymen. What the hell?
But look, it's two Hispanic fighters. That's
yo, y'all be saying shit. That's like my other caller. We ain't gonna bring his name up, but he like, nah, cause this dude got a belt and that dude got a belt. It's like, bruh, the only thing similar is that they Mexican. Fuck is you talking about? They totally different outside of that, man. Y'all terrible, man.
But look. But yeah, like we need fighters to pass the torch, man. Like if Canelo fight David and David just so happens to win, you know what I'm saying? We get another star in boxing to get that, you know what I'm saying, that lineage going. Like, it continues, you know what I'm saying? We get another relevant star in the sport. Yo.
Do we even have data of anyone passing the torch? Because, like, your stars today, they ain't getting no torches passed. Floyd fought Oscar. Cotto fought Pacquiao and Floyd. That's how he became who he was. Ryan ain't fight nobody to be who he was. Tank ain't fight. He didn't get no like Ryan didn't get no torch pass and Tank didn't get no torch pass. They just are.
Well, you got to look at it like this. You got to fight him. You got to fight him and beat him, or you just got to fight him. You know what I'm saying? In this case, Ryan ain't beating nobody realistically. So, he gonna make a name fighting them, and later on down the line, somebody gonna get their names. You know what I'm saying? Off of Ryan Garcia.
No, but what I'm saying is that Tank and Ryan and a bunch of other people, they became stars without it. Like, without a torch being passed down to them is all I'm saying. So, like, that's just a phrase of the past, but ain't no torches being passed. Floyd ain't passed no torch to Earl. He ain't passed no torch to Keith. My man's still out here trying to fight.
Well, it's different from Keith. Keith had to fight, but Earl and Tank, on the other hand, and Ryan, they got the cosign. You know what I'm saying? Ryan got the cosign with Oscar.
Again,
Tank got the cosign
you
with
pulling the goalposts back. It's either the torch being passed or we asking for cosigns.
Look, man, it could vary. It could vary. In this case, these two dudes, they were prospects coming up. So, you know what I'm saying? It was a different way of, passing the torch. It was like, yeah, we're going to pass the torch to the next up-and-coming, prospects. By the time they even got there, Floyd and Oscar were already out the game. Yeah, my man, Jake Donovan was cooking, man. I told you, Ness. Jake Donovan was cooking. He told you about that Tank shit, man. Listen. And I heard y'all talking crazy about Tank. Yeah, hey, listen. We got to keep these dudes from Houston, Texas off the line when it comes to talking about Tank. Y'all wilding out talking about they're about to fight the best version of Ryan. Listen, bro, it don't matter what version of Ryan Devin face. It ain't, you know what I'm saying? Ryan just is what he is, bro. You know what I'm saying? Rehydration, no rehydration.
Fam.
Ain't no best version of Ryan, bro.
Fam, I didn't know my mixtapes and Shade Room had a boxing department. So, you could sit here and try to change the narrative, but the casual public believes that Devin will face a better version of Ryan.
Hey, I saw Ryan last fight, you know what I'm saying? And Ryan couldn't get a dude out of there, you know what I'm saying, until he hurt him with like a bullshit shot that he caught him with. Just the truth of the matter.
We watched two different fights because I seen Ryan hit Duarte and I seen Duarte's whole facial expression change. Then the fight changed as well. But I got a couple callers behind you. Cheer.
All right.
Yeah, man. I don't know why we still denying Ryan's power. The boy got real power. That's just crazy to say. He showed that shit. Duarte was trying all he could. Duarte had him folding up anyway, turning his back, putting hella pressure. If he ain't had real power, Duarte would have still been doing what he was doing. Matador, what up? Yo.
Oh, I was on mute. My bad.
What
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know of what the news is going to be tomorrow, but if I think the last option is that he'll retire. I think the last thing that it could be is a retirement. But on that, if he did retire, I'm tired of people. Not everyone, some people, because I don't like grouping everyone together. Because there are people that don't do it, but I'm just tired of hearing people say, "Oh, he ducked Benavidez." If Benavidez was champion in 2021 and 2022, Canelo would have fought him. But he lost his belt 2 times due to his decisions. It was his fault. Once for drugs and once for missing weight. Like, who really thinks he would have avoided him if he wanted to be undisputed? I just can't understand. Like, that's that's Davis' fault that he didn't get that Canelo shot. That's why he kind of gets it. I think Benavidez kind of gets that it was his fault that he didn't get that fight. So I just like let that stuff go in one ear and out the other, because Canelo would have fought him. Like, he got no reason to avoid him. He probably wouldn't have got credit for it anyway. So, because Benavidez hasn't done enough, but now he's done enough. I don't know. But anyways, Glazier saying like all this stuff on Twitter too. Like, have you ever like spoke to him to like get him on recently? Like, so you can like confirm or deny like all these things. Maybe give you a heads up on something that could potentially happen in the future on any news.
Glazier don't fuck with me no more because I used to be like when people used to report, when people used to be like, "Yo, you seen what Rick Glazier said?" I said, "Who?" I would say, "Who does he work for? Where's he work at? You know, like what does he do? You know." But hey, I've also been telling y'all like I can't deny that he's been being right? So you know, I got to stop making my jokes.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I didn't know you guys had it like that. Okay, but so he's one of those people. He holds grudges.
I mean, I guess he do. I haven't tried. I just know that he was he contacted me one day talking about, "Yo, you better take that down or my lawyer's gonna call." I said, "Man, how your lawyers contact me then, man? Till then, I don't know where the fuck you work at." And you know, he says he works for Glazier.com. You know what I'm saying? And I get that, but there's nothing on Glazier.com except his phone number and like, you know, is a landing page. It's not a website. It's not a functional website. But like, again, none of that matters because like I've been saying for the last couple of weeks, he used to be wrong. He's being right. So I respect that he is being right. So hopefully that's what he hears instead of everything else that was said.
Yeah, it seems like he's more of like an advisor. I don't know, somehow to like, it looks like what he says on his bio
but
and on
advisor to
Twitter,
who?
like he's an advisor.
Who's he advising?
Exactly.
Who does he advise?
Exactly.
What
That's why
fighter?
I have the same questions. But it sounds like it, but I don't know to
And
who.
that's why he don't come on this show because I had those questions for him on this show. Like, you an advisor? Who you advising?
Yeah. So that's why I respect you, because you ask the tough questions to these guys. Like, you don't care who it is. You ask the questions that a lot of people don't ask. So,
but everybody
want to
know. Everybody want to fucking know. Like, see, he don't come here because I asked him too. Like, Rick, but it looks like you're a PBC hater. All you do is report. Like, why don't you report on any other news? You don't even. You know what I'm saying? So obviously he gonna go to the channels and be like, "Oh, Rick, yeah. So you're saying PBC is failing, huh? Oh, they're going downhill. Yeah, Rick, yeah. Like, I want to know how you know.
See, that's why I only rock with you, because you're like one of the few that keeps it real. Like, you don't give a fuck. You just question these guys left, right, and center. These other channels, I see it, bro. I see the bias. But yeah, but that's all I gotta say. Canelo and Glazier, that's it.
Appreciate you, champ. Real quick, we got to drop the bomb. Shout out Jaime Nieto with the motherfucking $100 super chat via Cash App, so we lose nothing. Appreciate you, champ. Appreciate you. Just sending love. TBV for life. Shout out Jaime Nieto. We appreciate you. And we got a counterpunch from James Benitez. What it do? James Benitez, you gotta unmute.
Yo, Ness, I had to ask my wife that same question, man. She with you, man. She think Mike gonna win, man. So I ain't gonna even argue that shit back and forth.
I mean, I ain't gonna front, bro. Look, I wasn't the biggest Prince fan, but like, I feel like Prince. I know they both was mad feminine, but I feel like Prince was way more feminine than Mike. Like Mike had like videos and movie scripts and different things where he at least wanted to do like, come on, he had them. I'm bad, real bad, all through the New York subway. Like, could you ever see Prince running through the New York City subways the way that Mike was? No, they'll take his ass down there, man.
But all that shit's choreographed, man. But you don't remember the stories of damn Eddie
You seen Michael?
Prince.
Bro, you seen Michael was running in Triller. He was running with the monsters, bro. Like, he really liked that.
Man, whatever, man. Yo, man, who else thinks he really like that? Rick Glazer, man. Yo, I remember when Rick Glazer did that interview with you, man. Wasn't he laying on the bed with a computer on his stomach
with no shirt on?
Like, man, like, how you gonna talk greasy to you? You know what I'm saying? I'm surprised he able to get out of bed and shit, man. And Glazer.com, man, that sounds like a porn site, bro. Nobody believes that shit credible.
Nah,
like, come on,
hey, yo, but we ain't doing that. He been right, bro. He been right. So we got to give him his credit, man. Let's not do that. Like, everybody's entitled to, like, grow, change, and get better. And, like, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, like, yo, he's starting to be right. You feel me? He's starting to be right.
But Ness, man, everybody, a broken clock is right twice a day, man. So, like Rick Glazer, he's having a little streak. But that don't mean the shit gonna keep going.
Nah. Listen. He was right about the Shakur shit, bro. I seen that, and I hit my peoples up like, bro, tell me this shit ain't true. And, I got confirmation that shit true. The dude, he's starting to be right, bro. You got to just keep it real.
So he got more sources than the TV networks and PBC haters and shit. So he actually expanded his sources now, because that's all he was known for, was just hating on everything PBC and Al Heyman related.
Listen, again, I seen the Shakur news about the 15 million 5 fights via him first. Called my source, they confirmed. We just had Jake Donovan on, he confirmed. So it's like, we can't just laugh at the dude. You feel me? Like, and again, I hope he hears that and not just us laughing at him, because, that's part of a conversation. There's different parts in the conversation, but he is getting his credit from me because he is doing his thing.
Okay, so you think he's going to give us the decency of coming back on the show at least with his shirt on and give us an exclusive or whatnot?
I mean, he a hot commodity right now. He got all the channels that want to have him on to flame PBC. You feel me?
Oh, yo, it is what it is, and the tip, man. Like, hey, man, if Canelo want to ride off into the sunset without fighting David Benavidez, man, so fucking what, man? He gave us so many years of work, man. He done damn undisputed in damn 13 months. He fought so many tests from even his earlier years of his career, man. Dude can't
let me tell you something,
man.
Let me tell you, it's so funny how boxing works. Like, we definitely need to do a study on multiple boxing brains, right? Because people get mad that Canelo won't pass the torch, quote unquote, and fight Benavidez, but in the same No, but in the same sentence, they'll say Terrence Crawford has done enough and deserves to just, fight who he wants at this point. So it's like,
who the fuck is Bug pass the torch to?
But forget passing the torch. Like, it's just you telling one fighter he could do what he wants. You telling one fighter he can go and seek money fights and quote unquote gimmick fights, but the other fighter has to fight until his retirement date, hard fights. Like, and that's what I'm saying. The study needs to be done, because the way that we pick and choose who is given certain privileges is very weird. It's just very weird. It flips. There's no rhyme or reason.
Because we give privileges to Tank and Bud, and we goddamn trying to make Canelo go through the ring of fire every year. That shit crazy, man. That shit crazy. Anyways, Ness, man, yo, I'm out, man. I'll catch you on the next one.
All right, man. Ryan gets privileges. Ryan was about to. Ryan got 2 title shots off of 1 tune-up. He got negotiations with Rolly, and now he's got a fight with Devin. You know, so 1 tune-up and he got a title shot. Meanwhile, Kenny Sims has been waiting his whole life to get a title shot. You understand? And Stantillion and Boots got to get interims. That's what I'm saying. Like, yo, the way this sport works is crazy. The B-side fighter that has lost might get 2 title shots before the A-side fighter that went to the Olympics and deserves to actually, you feel me? Deserves to actually get a title shot. Giovanni, what up?
Going on, Ness? Look,
Another
man,
day,
shout
another
out.
podcast.
That's right, man. Shout out TBV, shout out the whole boxing community. First of all, as far as Ryan goes, Ryan Haney, I appreciate the fact they posted that shit about Tank because I mean, shit, more casuals need to start knowing the truth about this motherfucker. Like, it's crazy, bro. Tank gets all this praise, but he's moving super fucking strategic. Everybody has so much shit to say about how Tio looked in his last fight, but because he was against a guy who was moving, Tank has never once fought a guy who moves. And everybody who pays attention knows this. Everybody who Tank's fought comes forward. Tailor made for Tank. I guess Tio's the same way. And you could say it's one dimensional, but you say one is the best fighter for doing it. But the other guy, I guess if he has to use the same handicap, he ain't as good. I don't know. But as far as is Haney getting the best version of Ryan? Hell yeah. I mean shit. No catch weight, no rehydration clause. Fucking Ryan, when he was fighting against Tank the whole time, if you actually pay attention, dude looked super drained. Fucking even the night of the fight, you see Ryan nonstop licking his lips and shit. He's just looking for some water. He's just thinking of water. He's thinking, damn, I want some water. And then on side of that, you know, Mayweather confirming to his face, like, we knew about your separated rib. We targeted that. Dude was injured. You know what I mean? People see it as excuses, but shit. I mean, who knows what could happen going into this fight? But as far as if there's no injuries involved, there's definitely gonna be a different version of Ryan. Can Ryan beat Haney? Yeah, I don't think he can outbox him, but I definitely see Ryan being able to win this fight. But you know, hey, Haney in my eyes is the better boxer, but we'll see how that plays out because a lot of times power over trumps the boxer. Sometimes boxer overpowers the puncher. So who knows? But look, as far as Ryan Canelo goes, this is coming from somebody who always tries to let people know Canelo has the best resume of any active fighter. Canelo is the best motherfucker there is right now in the sport of boxing, brings in the most money. This is the fucking face of boxing because everybody's wondering what the fuck is he saying tomorrow. My theory is he's Batman, but that's just me personally. I don't fucking know. He might be, he might not be. But aside from that, right? If he doesn't fight Benavidez, I don't know. Me personally, as a fan, I wouldn't be mad if nobody feels no type of way about it because, like you said, we didn't really feel no type of way the way Floyd tried to exit out this bitch. But I would personally feel some type of way because I feel like he needs to fight Benavidez just for the fact that Benavidez was a guy who, if he didn't lose his championship, and I know that's on Benavidez, but I feel like he's redeemed himself. If he did not lose that championship, he would have had to have fought him to become undisputed. So to me personally, it would just be like, you know, did he really beat everybody at 168? If he beats Benavidez, he's cleared out 168. No debate about it. You know what I mean? Ideally, in the ideal world, he fights Munguia in May, Benavidez in September, and then after that, the winner of the 175 undisputed title, and then win, lose or draw, call it quits.
That's the bell. That's the bell. I got another caller here. Kyle C, what up? Kyle on Twitter. Kyle on Twitter.
Yo.
Yo.
Hey, so you think he can retire? I don't think so, man.
I mean, I
I
don't see
mean, but
why
hey,
not.
if he did, like, I'll be disappointed, but I wouldn't be mad at him. I mean, he's given us a lot of good fights, you know. And you know, I came to terms with we're not gonna always see all the fights we want with anybody. It's impossible. You know, I would love to see him versus Benavidez, but he don't seem to be in a rush to make it. And I mean, he's given us enough. He really has. And you know, it's true what you say. Like they say Crawford has done enough. So I really don't see how they can sit there and say that Canelo is ducking and he needs to do all this and that, but they can sit there and say Crawford's done enough. That don't make sense.
And then act like Crawford and Canelo not in the same situation, like they both don't have a mandatory action to fight them. It's just
It's
crazy. It's
crazy.
like I said, man. We need to do a study on the boxing brain.
Yeah, I mean, fans are very, very, very biased, and you know, if you say anything against a fighter, if you want a fighter to fight somebody, a certain somebody, they're gonna say you hating. And it's like, no, I just want to see certain fights. I just want to, you know, I just want to enjoy the sport. But hey, you said that the Shade Room posted Devin and Ryan.
Yeah, I got
You said something about
a few. I got sent a few screenshots, bro, of multiple
the.
different sites that picked this
Oh
up.
shit! It might be a bigger fight than I thought. Then
Yeah. Let me see
that's what's up.
here.
You gonna be back in Vegas by that time?
Probably.
Y'all gonna throw another fight party? Cause shit, I'll come for that.
I posted on the community page trying to get y'all thoughts. We need the community's information before we decide to do something like that. Danny acting whack though. He like, oh well, yeah, we could do it, but I'm going to the fight. I'm like, all right, you know, Danny.
No, I understand him. I mean, I realistically, I want to go to the fight too, but I got to be realistic because I don't know what them prices gonna be like, and I'm not trying to.
You know what them prices gonna be like that. But listen, they might be cheaper. They definitely gonna be cheaper than Tank. I know that. There's no denying that.
Hey, you know,
I believe that.
when I
at
was out
least.
there, yeah, you know, when I was out there and I seen y'all for the Tank and the Ryan shit. Do you know that after we tried to go to the fucking club, they were trying to charge like $700 a head to get in?
$700 a head to get into the club.
To get into a fucking club, yes, that's how
What's
packed
the
it
name
was
of
out there.
that
They
club though?
capitalized.
What's the name of that club though?
It was I think it was the one inside of the Aria, the Jewel nightclub in the Aria.
Fuck, bro.
They was charging like $700 a head to get in. I said, fuck that. I'm not
That's
spending that to go into no
bananas,
damn
bro.
club.
That's way ridiculously too much. But hey,
and I don't even like the club like that much to do that. Hell no.
Ballers gonna ball.
Yeah, fuck it. But nah, but I'll definitely go out there for that. It's been a minute. I haven't been to Vegas since that time, so it's about time I go back. Fuck it.
Nah,
but yeah,
for
that
sure.
was my call, man.
I'm trying to do it. I'm down. Obviously, like I said, Danny is willing to help situate things, but he prefers to go to the fight.
Yeah, Danny's celebrity, you know. Danny's celebrity. He gonna be in there. He gonna walk Devin to the ring probably.
Yo, let me see, cause Academics picked up the other Tank one, the Usher one. Let me see. Did he also pick up the? Cause he certainly posted the Tank one with Usher.
Okay, but
yeah,
hey, I just want to
they
shout you out
definitely
for,
sent it to me. Multiple people sent it to me from different little rap sites. I didn't even know my mixtapes had that many motherfucking 2 million.
I seen them on like Say Cheese and stuff like that. But I just want to shout you out for being you really the only unbiased motherfucker out here for real. And it's crazy because they try to say you the Haney voice and all that. Nah, like I might not agree with all your takes, but you keep it real with everybody. With everybody.
Bro, I haven't even. Where's Bill at, man? I'm supposed to be the Haney voice. Where's Bill at, man?
how you the Haney voice when you I listened to you call that nigga out for like an hour straight on the pay-per-view numbers. How are you the Haney voice?
Mm-hmm.
You argue with that nigga for an hour straight.
I wish more people
like what?
I wish more people believed you and listened to what you say, because I swear we supposed to be way bigger, but it'll happen.
Hey, look, and that's how you know. That's how
So
you
yeah,
know too,
say
because you would be
cheese.
way bigger. If you was actually biased, like they say, you would be way bigger. But
Say
you don't
cheese
cater to
definitely
nobody.
posting it. But let me see. I don't see where they talking about any hydration or casual. They posted Ryan talking about his dad and pray for him and all this shit. But they posted them a lot actually. It's multiple times there. They posted
Hey, Ryan,
Ryan
he already
getting
been getting his
robbed.
promotion on.
See, I knew that was an
He been doing his thing
Airbnb.
already.
I knew that was an Airbnb. That was an Airbnb that they robbed Ryan. And it probably wasn't even his. He was staying at a hotel. I think that was his security, some of his team.
It was his team.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, hey, Ryan is gonna do his job. I already seen him on he was hosting some fucking girl that does a podcast to be with everybody. He's already hosting her. Like he gonna sell it.
I'm not sure because I don't really follow those things, but I feel like isn't it supposed to be the white girl that got famous because of Drake?
Yeah, her. He was with her today.
Damn, what's her name? I don't even know, but I heard she's big as fuck after that Drake shit.
It's Bobby something.
Yeah, that Bobby girl. How big is she? What's her name? I'm gonna look up.
She huge. She be with everybody.
Is it Bobby with an I?
Yeah, it's Bobby with an I. That's all I know. So I know she had an interview with Scarlett Johansson like a few weeks ago.
Damn, she had my girl Scarlett on there. What the fuck? Damn, she got 3 million followers.
So, yeah, so I mean, hopefully Mike get Ryan back up there again. Hopefully we get a good old-fashioned promotion.
Nah, look, she just posted Ryan on her story.
Yeah. Nah, but hey, I gotta go, bro.
8 hours ago. Nah, for
shout
sure.
Out to you. I'm gonna stay listening. Yeah.
So they did a little photo shoot. She little as hell, bro. It's crazy how things work. Who go viral, bro? Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to do. So right now I'm just screen sharing her Instagram that has a few posts of her and Ryan, I guess, recording their interview, and she's doing horrible pad work. Lord have mercy. She is so thin. Oh, my God. Whoa. That's crazy. Oh, that's that dude, Marco or whatever, right? Damn, she better eat a little bit more for she can't be found. So thin, that was crazy. Jay Will, what up? $3 million followers, that's crazy. Salute to her. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. That's why I ain't got 3 million, because you ain't sharing my shit. All I want is 500 thumbs up. We didn't get that. We done had 700 people watching live. We still at 300 thumbs up. Damn shame. Damn shame. Jay Will.
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, man. So, have you said, because I'm just hopping on kind of late, have you said which way you leaning towards to what you think he's going to say?
Yeah, I think it's the Mexican TV deal, but I also think it could be retirement.
I was leaning towards retirement too, just because maybe the PBC money's funny. He don't feel like really going back and forth with PBC anymore, and he really don't see nothing to gain from the Crawford fight, which is understandable. And then he doesn't want to deal with the headache of Benavidez, and so I can see him retiring. I can't knock him for retiring. I mean, he's put in a lot of rounds, so yeah, man, I'm kind of leaning towards retirement, man. That's what I'm thinking. Or he's not messing with the PBC no more. He's going in a different route. those are the two things. But I'm leaning towards more towards retirement, man. Like if you notice that this dude really enjoys his off time, like he kicks it now. Like he's way more into spending time with his kids and stuff now. So I can see him going into retirement, man. I really do, man. He doesn't. I mean, he's really heavy into golf now, and he's had a lot of injuries and stuff. So he even mentioned the whole this Canelo, but I think he even knows that this Canelo is still not the Canelo of his prime, and he don't want to go in with Benavidez not feeling like he really can do it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I can see retirement because I don't see him fighting Benavidez no matter what. I definitely don't see that being the announcement. So if that is, look, if he announces he's fighting Benavidez, I tell you this: a $200, what you call them joints? Super chat, $200 super chat tomorrow if he announces Benavidez.
I don't know that it's gonna be that. Like I said, it's more likely that he's gonna announce the Mexican television rights deal.
I mean, do you know any details about that? Because I never even
Yeah,
heard of that.
yeah. I mean, we just had Jake Donovan on. Obviously, remember he's got a deal with TVS Tekka, so it's probably just an extension. Like the likely
Oh,
thing is
okay.
that it's going to be an extension. If you do believe he's going to continue his boxing career, then this will just be an extension of his television rights with TVS Tekka. If you don't think that, and you do think this is the end, then yeah, he's announcing, his retirement live on television to his public.
Yeah, man. How old? 34. He got a lot of man. He got a lot of fights, man. A lot of fights, bro. So
Yeah, under his
yeah, I'm
belt
leaning to.
already.
I'm leaning towards retirement, man, because again, the Crawford. Like I mean, again, me being a hardcore, I give him respect for beating Crawford because I know that he started at 147 himself, but he's not gonna get that much out of it from a lot of people. But like I said, the Benavidez fight, that's a tough fight, bro. That's a fight that he might not come out the same. And why you want to end so hard? So yeah, man. But yeah, that's pretty much my call, man.
For sure, for sure. Appreciate you, man. I want to get to against the rope with Dose. He said, Ness, if you have $5 million and connections, you could do the same. I don't know. I mean, well, 5 million is a lot, so much that I don't know what it can do, truthfully. But uh, people still want to be interviewed by her, right? Like, or is that 5 million, in your opinion, helping her get these big time interviews? Because she's doing big time interviews. Like, you know what I mean? She's getting them people, so um, yeah. I don't know. Can't I never put anybody down as on the grind, man. I don't know the details that y'all know. Cause I seen another comment in the comment section say she's an industry plant. I don't even know what the fuck that is or what that's supposed to mean. Um, I just know that she keep being pushed on my timeline. I never known until she did a few interviews with people that crossed my timeline. But if you want to call in, now is the time. If not, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Let me double check here. We got Leo, $5. Prince made 304s famous just being his jump offs. He gave them their own names like Carmen Electra. You better put some respect on Prince. I don't think he beat no Michael Jackson in a boxing match, man. James Benitez, $2 says, Prince, what? Princess? or is this Prince's wins? Michael never been in a. He says Prince wins. Michael never been in a fist fight. I don't know, man. I watched that video. Who's bad, man? I watched that, man. I watched that. Tip, what up? Tip Bellis. All right, Tip, you're going to need to jump out, jump back in. We're going to go ahead and wait for you. In the meantime, in between time, get and hit that thumbs up. You know, that is the normal now. You know, we need the 500 thumbs up. Once we get that, we unlock that live chat. You know, till then, we stay in members only. Shout out to Ryan, who is a member with the $5 Canadian super chat. He says, we need Drake in boxing. That dude got crazy cult following. Yeah. He got to fall in love with a female boxer. Probably that'll do it, like the way that that other lady did for the football player. You know what I'm saying? That's what we need. Because Drake kind of was involved with, like, Shakur and Tank from an outfit standpoint or a sponsorship, OVO sponsorship. But, you know, we need more than that. We need, like, the level of involvement of a Jake Paul. I ain't saying go ahead and fight. But we need that type of level of involvement to get a true kind of crossover. Tip, what up?
Yo.
Yo.
Yeah, I just wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying, how fight fans is really out here attacking the wrong Davis. You know what I'm saying? I noticed something this weekend and nobody spoke about it. So y'all want to talk about weight draining and all this other shit. This man, Keyshawn Davis, literally just brought down Zepeda, who ain't fought at junior, what is it? We're not worried about that. Shut up. Who didn't fight at 135 for a whole 5 years, bro. Because first of all, he just fought a dude who didn't fight at 35 for a whole 5 years, but we want to talk about Tank out here weight draining people. Like, this is disrespectful. The Tank hate got to stop, all right? Y'all got to stop with the Tank hate.
What are we talking about?
And James Benitez, bro, let me tell you something. Nah, Keyshawn weight draining Zepeda. And then another thing, let me get to my boy James Benitez.
Keyshawn ain't on Tank level. Can't even compare that shit.
What do you mean? Why can't we compare it? Keyshawn's supposed to be this next best thing, but yeah, he fighting a dude who ain't fought at the weight class in 5 years, bro. Like, come on, man. He got all the smoke with Tiafimo, but he don't want no parts of Floyd Schofield. Like, listen, bro, we got to stop this boxing. And then another thing, James Benitez, bro. Michael Jackson ain't fucking with Prince, bro. Listen to what I'm saying. Prince was an athlete, bro. And we all know this dating back to when on the Chappelle show. You know what I'm saying? I think we all remember this episode with the blouses, him and Charlie Murphy. Prince is a straight athlete, bro. The man used to hoop.
So you saying all them years of Michael, you know what I'm saying, having to deal with his pops ain't make him tough.
Hey, bro, listen. It's one thing to dance around the ring. It's one thing, you know what I'm saying, to take action.
My dude, Prince, come on. I ain't even, you know what? Whatever, bro. Whatever. When he jab up on him, hit him with that 1-2, just remember the time.
Look, Mike gonna be seeing the color purple, bro. That's all Mike gonna Mike gonna be seeing the color purple.
You mean Mike gonna moonwalk after he knock him the fuck out? That's what's missing in boxing, a moonwalk after you knock a motherfucker out.
Look, man, I wish they didn't end midway gaming so we can get another Ready to Rumble.
Word.
I don't know if you remember that
Hell
game.
Yeah, I remember that. Afro Thunder. What fuck, man? Fuck wrong with you? I'm a real boxing fan, not like these young punks.
Mike Jack was on that.
Exactly, not Prince.
Hey, but we ain't know Prince was the athlete at that time, bro. We ain't know Prince the hoop.
Fam,
we heard the stories.
Fam. Did you see Michael Jackson? Remember the Tom videos? I'm telling you, there's no more athlete than Michael Jackson, man. You can't moonwalk and not be motherfucking athletic. Like he on his tippy toes. He
There's a
might as well be
whole
Black
video.
Swan. He was Black Swan before Black Swan.
Listen, there's a whole video promo of Michael Jackson and Michael Jordan dribbling a basketball. That showed me everything I need to know that Mike ain't no athlete, bro. That showed me everything I need to know.
Bruh,
And I guarantee you to be.
bruh, I can't play golf don't mean I can't fucking slam dunk. So just because he can't play basketball don't mean he can't fucking check hook Prince.
Hey, listen, he might have great footwork. You know what I'm saying?
No, we know he
might have
got the
great
best footwork. He was untested. Everybody wanted to be Mike, but nobody could be Mike.
I don't know, bro. Hey, I just know it could be a big fight though. I know Prince gonna bring him out. Prince gonna bring him out.
He said Prince gonna bring him out. My man is wilding right now. Do you forget that people used to like stop the whole goddamn city that Mike was in if he stood at a hotel? Remember that time where he had the baby over the balcony? That wasn't no setup. He wasn't about to do no announcement. Motherfuckers just found out where he was staying at. You crazy, man. You crazy. You don't understand.
I mean, it's 50-50, honestly. If we honestly speaking, I mean, Mike.
Look at Keem. Keem letting you know right now. He said John Jones trash at football and basketball. But you know what that means. He still do his thing in MMA. So people just letting you know, stop sleeping on Mike, man. Stop sleeping on Mike, man.
I ain't sleeping on. Listen, bro. I seen him in that video with Chris Tucker. What's the joint?
But why you ain't just watch the video with who's bad? Like he throwing punches right there.
I just think y'all sleeping on Prince. You know what I'm saying? Like y'all downplaying my man's athleticism. Charlie Murphy said the man could hoop. You know what I'm saying? Look, Dave Chappelle know better than anybody. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna end it off that, man. Prince over Mike Jack, 8-4. We gonna end it like that, bro.
Michael Jackson sleeps Prince, man. That shit don't even go the distance, bro. You wildin'. Like, this is crazy. This is crazy. Totally bananas, man. Borough City E, what up? Tell him, Mike the A-side. I don't know why, yo, it's crazy how people don't really even see what's going on. Like, y'all should have known that.
Yeah, it come right back to me, my boy.
Oh, man, the show's over after you. You the last caller.
I'm the last caller. Then let me get this off. Yeah. What we talking? We talking about Canelo with these rumored fights with McGee and Charlo?
We talking Canelo and all the rumors. Is he retiring? Because it's supposed to be a big announcement tomorrow. You know,
Man, that nigga ain't retiring, man. That nigga gonna keep getting this money, though. I mean, I told y'all he still feel good and he's still pushing forward. Like, I feel like that Benavidez fight gonna come, brother, but that shit just coming last. Whether niggas like it or not, that man earned the right, and don't put him in no same conversation with Bud. We wish Bud had a quarter of the resume that man had. The man, and that's just being real. I feel like he probably fuck around. He probably fuck around and knock Munguia little stupid ass out, cause you know he be getting caught in between punches. I can see him getting caught with some shit he ain't never been caught with before, and Canelo putting them paws on him. I feel like he might get his hands on Charlo just to even some old scores. Say he beat up 3 sets of brothers, if it's possible, if he can beat Charlo. In fact, that's gonna be a tougher fight for him, but he might still get the W, being that Charlo ain't been super active. And then that last fight is gonna be that goddamn David. I'm telling you, that last fight is gonna be it's either the last fight will either be David or Bud. One out the two. But the nigga ain't retiring. He got at least 3 more in him. I guarantee you he got at least 3 more in him. I think he gonna try to get himself 2 more dubs. Then he go throw it all on the line against Bud or either David, man. That's what I think. That's my call, man. I'm gonna let you get out here, my boy.
All right, champ. We got Supermax, $5 super chat. He says Prince rolled up Charlie Murphy in hoops. I firmly believe he whips Michael's ass in a boxing match, then serves him pancakes. Whatever, man. Y'all tripping. Nest GTO, Instagram, and Twitter. Catch me on the next one tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Arrivederci.